Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The following is a dramatized retelling based on courtroom testimony and media reporting.
Nobody expected him. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation until a sudden hush fell. The back doors opened, and to everyone's shock, Will Smith stepped inside, alone. Gasps echoed. Even the judge froze. No entourage, no lawyers, just Will. He didn't come with a script. He didn't come as a celebrity. He came as a man ready to speak. And when he did, the room would never be the same. It started like any other day in the Diddy trial. The press was restless, the jury bored, lawyers whispered until the door opened. Will Smith walked in alone. No announcement, no pre-written statement, just a cold, focused silence that blanketed the room. He didn't look at Diddy. He didn't smile. "I wasn't asked to come here," Will said. "I asked." The judge allowed it, and in that moment, the tone of the entire trial changed. Will recounted how it began like many Hollywood nights do. An invitation, Diddy's birthday, music, networking. Nothing wild, Will said, or so I thought. When he arrived, his phone was taken. Privacy, they said, but something felt off.
Inside, dim lights, mirrors on every wall, hypnotic music, strange energy.
Diddy approached him. "Now you're part of the family," he said, smiling. But it wasn't warmth, it was ownership.
Will followed Diddy to the back room.
And what he saw, he'd never forget. People were performing, men, women, some too young, some I recognized, and others watched like it was normal. And Diddy, he laughed. Will paused. "I didn't know how to leave, and that was the point." Days later, a blocked call. "Hope you had fun, Fresh Prince," they said. Then an envelope, no return address. Inside, a flash drive. I opened it. It was footage of me on a couch, out of it, laughing at something I couldn't remember. Behind the camera, Diddy's voice. "That's how we keep him." "I wasn't invited," Will said. "I was initiated." From that day forward, every no came with a price. Projects vanished, roles disappeared, rumors spread. I was gay, unstable, cheating, all planted, all pressure. Silence was the cost of peace.
Will described a chilling pattern. Decline a Diddy invite, lose a campaign, miss a party, stories leaked.
You start thinking you're paranoid until it happens again and again. One campaign dropped him 2 weeks after he said no. Then the gossip blogs lit up. Specific things only insiders knew. Will said Diddy didn't need threats. He had infrastructure. PR, producers, executives. He didn't call the shots. He built the board.
At a gala, Will saw Diddy handed a USB by a streaming exec. "Only you have the final cut," they whispered.
Diddy wasn't networking, Will said. He was gatekeeping. Then, the audio. Whispers in court. Leaked tapes, rumors, and a call. "Will, you're on one of those tapes." Panic, dread, denial. But when he heard it behind closed doors, he knew. I heard myself, laughing, hollow, drugged, Diddy in the background saying, "That's how we break them in." And then, my name. That tape didn't just humiliate me, Will said. It stripped my humanity. I never agreed, I never consented, but it happened, and it was recorded. He paused, voice cracking. For years, I didn't understand the panic, the interviews, the flashbacks. Now I do. When I heard that tape, I knew staying silent would be my legacy. I called the prosecution. I told them, "I'm ready." He looked at the jury. I wasn't just coerced. I was filmed. I was used. And to Diddy, "You knew what you were doing." Will pulled out a photo. Me, 2004, before the first party. I haven't seen this man in years. Within 24 hours, endorsements dropped. Studios distanced themselves. Whisper campaigns ignited. "You've declared war," one text said. Will nodded when asked about others. Kevin Hart, Meek Mill, Lucian Grange. "This isn't just about Diddy," he said. "It's about an industry built on silence." Will stood. faced Diddy. You built an empire out of fear, out of control, out of silence. You said nobody parties like Diddy? Well, nobody lies like you either. He exited, no wave, no smile, just resolve. And for the first time in decades, Diddy wasn't the one controlling the room. The courtroom was silent. Will didn't look like he'd won. He looked like someone who had finally stopped running.